Good afternoon. Are you a member of Generation Z? Are your parents a member of Generation X or the baby boomer generation? Do you have siblings that are millennials or Generation Z? You probably know that people from different generations use language differently or communicate with those of their generation differently than they communicate with those of other generations. Today, I would like for us to take a look at that and try to understand the differences and how we can all use language to communicate effectively. Do not leave a voicemail, send a text. I started with Generation X, and they were born between 1965 and 1976. They are also known as latchkey kids, post-boomers, and the lost generation. This generation typically prefer to communicate by phone, email, or text. According to research, this generation uses multi-platforms to communicate, and YouTube, Amazon, Google, MySpace are all products of Generation X. Generation X is the generation known for beginning the California vowel shift. And I found this video.
So, Jennifer, you and Vinny going to the freshman dance?
I don't know, I mean, I know Vinny likes me, but, I don't know.
Broken nail.
Okay, I've been, looking over the senior guys,
And as you can see, the way that they mixed a tape is shown here. The tape recorder and the cassette tape was how they prepared a mixtape. The next generation is Generation Y, or also known as millennials, the internet generation, and digital natives. They were born between 1981 and 1996. They're currently aged 26 to 41. Millennials were immersed in technology at a young age. Generation Y members prefer to communicate by online apps and avoid answering the phone. Millennials changed the way they use language by shortening or abbreviating words such as LOL for laugh out loud and TMI for too much information. Generation Y are also known for verbing, adding ing to nouns such as searching for something online using Google became Google it. And that's how they created a playlist. The CDs and the playlist from the computer. I found this video also to discuss millennials and Gen Z, which is the next group.
It's the max volume phone notifications for me.
It's the never having had to buy a ringtone for me.
Gen Z and millennials are at war. The youths are gleefully taking down their elders' habits on social media, whether it's over millennial fashion choices, their fixations on coffee and wine, their laments about adulting, or their fondness for sorting themselves into Harry Potter houses.
And the last group I searched was Generation Z. Born between 1997 and 2012, their current age 10 to 25, and they are also known as Zoomers. This first 100% digital native generation were born with technology. They prefer to communicate by text message over multiple platforms and face-to-face with parents. They like their communication to the point and visual. TLDR is the name of the game for Zoomers. Expression is good and full stops are not. And their playlist, as you can see, with the AirPods and the cell phones. So in conclusion, now that we've looked at generations X, Y, and Z, and how they use language and how they like to communicate, and ways that they may have changed the language, I hope that we will be able to recognize these as we continue trying to find effective ways to communicate with others in different generations. Next up is my Works Cited page for further reading, and then a special treat at the end. Thank you for watching. Here is my Works Cited page that lets you know the websites that I went to design my PowerPoint and record my video. I hope you'll check that out for further reading, along with a special message that I have for my
Yeah,
kiddos.
everybody's talking about the boomers, millennials, and Gen Z. People talk generations and they mention those three. Our kids call us boomers. Nah, that's incorrect. We have our own name. It is Generation X. We may not use new technology very well, but we used to rock a chat room in AOL. No Bitcoin, but our 401k is decent, and we hate any music that is recent. We are Gen